Sunup on 7. My name is Renata Samos.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Mendes. Welcome to your Monday episode of Sunup on 7. Thank you so much for welcoming Renata into your space. Rena's teasing, what can they expect on today's show?
Excitement is coming in because Jules is going to be on the couch serving up a beef with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
I heard this beef have like Corazal spice on it.
Oh, we definitely have Corazal spice because convention happened. There are winners, there are losers, there's all kind of things taking place. We know about the acquisition and the votes. And listen to me, we have stuff to discuss and we're here for it for all of you. But beyond that, we do have exciting segments.
That is true because we have the new Miss Earth Belize joining us today on set to celebrate her and talk about how does she feel about her recent crowning.
So all that and so much more, but you know how this works. Put your comments in the comment section, make it live, interactive, and respectful. Of course! Hey mama, let's do this.
That's what we're looking for today. Just in time, and he's here to talk to us the writing appears on the wall.
Right now. Tell me.
We're the first ones to see.
And we're going to be talking about the hot shush that has been happening.
The world that we see may seem that will never change. They say, but if you tear down the wall that's blinding us all, you'll see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome to your Monday episode. Thank you so much for starting the week with Renata and I. And Jules is going to be joining us shortly. Before we get into all that goodness, let's bring you the weather, and that's courtesy of the Belize Met Service.
Good morning. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms affected some southern areas last night. However, warm and relatively dry conditions will prevail today. Then conditions will become somewhat moist and unstable tonight, supporting a moderate increase in showers. The forecast for today is for sunny skies with a few cloudy spells, with only isolated showers or thunderstorms developing. Tonight, skies will become cloudy at times, with a few showers or thunderstorms over the south at first, then spreading to most areas after midnight. Winds over the open sea will be easterly at 10 to 20 knots, and the seas will be choppy. High temperatures today will be around 89 degrees Fahrenheit on the coast, 95 inland, but only 82 up in the mountains. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for generally cloudy skies with a few showers and thunderstorms over most areas. There is a high tide at 7:22 this morning and the low follows at 3:03 this afternoon. Another high is at 9:14 tonight and another low at 1:49 early tomorrow morning. The sun rose at 5:34 this morning and will set at 6:21 this evening. The moon goes down at 4:53 this evening and comes up again at 4:19 tomorrow morning. In the tropical weather outlook, tropical cyclone formation is not expected in our area of interest during the next 48 hours. With that, we end this report from the Belize Weather Bureau.
Sunup on 7 family, that was the weather, our traffic cam, and now Jules is on the couch. Ready or not, he brought seasoning from Corozal with this beef today, Jules.
Yes, indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
Excitement.
Some good village recado.
You know, come in at like any bright colors or cool colors today. I don't know.
I'm in mourning because the Prime Minister hasn't traveled in almost 2 weeks. Hopefully, he'll take me next week and we can
And
travel
so you're basically
again.
out of job because you normally announce it because he doesn't necessarily
Exactly.
announce
If he
it.
doesn't
So-
travel, I have no real work. I'm just here taking up space. So, yeah, that's why I'm in this dark and severe colors.
Don't worry, give him some time. It doesn't.
Yeah,
take
no,
much
he
time.
can't say he'll have to go by next week. He
Yeah.
can't. He can't be here that long.
So
Yeah,
we have a lot to discuss
We do.
because, like Kevin was rightfully saying, convention took place yesterday. There are winners and there are losers. Let's talk a little bit about.
So there were 3 conventions yesterday, and there are 3 numbers to watch. So there's 1 PUP convention and 2 UDPs.
Yeah.
The PUP convention in Corozal, UDP in Dangriga, and Benkevejo. And these are I'll just give you the outturn. 3,425 came to vote in the PUP convention in Corozal.
Okay.
Wow.
886 went to vote in the UDP convention in Dangriga, and 533 went to vote in the UDP convention in Benke. If you add up those 2 UDP conventions, you will get 1,415.
Okay.
1,400.
Yeah.
Not even half
I was just
of
gonna
the
say.
of the 1 PUP convention. And if you add the UDP's convention from the week before, which was in San Ignacio, their stronghold, again under 1,000. So even if you add that in, you will still only reach about 2,500, 2,400.
Wow.
Not even 2,400. So the PUP in a single day had a heroic outturn of 3,425 voters.
Wow, look at that.
That is a function of a thing called money.
Oh, that's true.
Respect to money. It is what runs politics in Belize. This is a victory parade last night in
Corozal.
Corozal town. And I will reach there shortly. But when the UDP was in, they had the same type of incredible numbers and outturn. It's a function of money. Money fuels politics. Certainly it's an indicator of the PUP's strength going into municipals. They shouldn't interpret it any other way. The strength is a function of money. Money fuels politics. So let's turn to Corozal.
Let's talk about Corozal.
Rigo Veos won in a blowout.
He won.
1,799 votes to Shahari Rogers, his challenger for mayor, 1,175.
Even
It's a great victory for Rigo Veos, a blowout victory, a comfortable victory, the 3-term mayor. It is a tremendous humiliation for, not Shahari Rogers, she's a newcomer. She had no place in this. It is a tremendous humiliation for Thea Garcia Ramirez, the area representative for Corozal Bay, and the head of the PUP Northern Caucus, the same one that loves the BTL deal. It is a tremendous repudiation, humiliation, and an embarrassment for her. She put her political reputation on the line by backing or creating Shahari's slate, sponsoring Shahari's slate
But,
to challenge Rigo. Go ahead.
but isn't she also somebody fairly new in this game too?
She's a first-term
Yeah.
representative.
So I'm just saying in that aspect,
But
maybe she doesn't necessarily understand how.
she
these things-
understands well. She's
Oh,
from
okay.
the Garcia family. They are the political royals of Corozal, or think themselves to be, because they don't have a great history apart from the great Gregs Garcia, respect to him, but they do not have a great history of electoral success in Corozal, that Garcia name. But her mother, Narda, respect to her, is a high-level functionary of the PUP and of the government. But I'm just saying, they are not universally loved in Corozal. So, gentlemen, if we have the footage, And I want to emphasize that Thea Garcia snubbed our Channel 7 team that was out there from very early until past midnight. But, and we have the footage of her walking away, guys. She snubbed the Channel 7 team for an interview. Perhaps it may have garnered her a few more, that's her walking away. Perhaps it may have garnered her team a few more votes if she had shown some grace and granted us the interview. But perhaps she had other things to do.
Perhaps.
Because there was a bacon house. Show the bacon house, big man. Show the bacon house.
One thing Jews are doing, I find the bacon house.
They had the bacon house. That's the bacon house. What is the bacon house? You go there and you get your money. More than that. And that was the bacon house for Shahari's team.
Okay.
That's the bacon house where they're cooking. So, we also got a first-hand account from one of the voters who explained that he went to the bacon house, he got his $50, and that he claims that it was a very high-level functionary of the PUP who gave it to him. Now, if we had interviewed Thea, we could have asked if it was her, but she snubbed us and walked away. Let me say, it was a fool's errand and a function of overweening ego, of a sense of political invincibility, which Thea Garcia does not have. To think that she could take down a 3-term mayor. He should not have been, by the conventional rules of politics, he should not have been challenged. But what the Garcias want, the Garcias get. And that is why a challenge occurred, and it is a humiliation for the area rep, also a humiliation for the leadership of the PUP, who should not have allowed it to happen. A great deal of money was spent, and it's the voters who ended up with a lot of it, because on election day, monies have to be spent. But there is no one laughing as hard as Elvia Vega Samos. Please show her post. We have a post that Elvia made early this morning or late last night. Jaliza sent it to me at 5 a.m. So that what happened at midnight. Life has a way of bringing things full circle. Elvia Vega, you remember, was defeated by Thea in a convention. She should not have been challenged, but she was.
Yeah.
The way you treat people, the pain you cause, the lies you tell. No call no name. She didn't call any.
Yeah.
The lies you tell and the hearts you break don't simply disappear. You may think you got away with it. You may think nobody saw. But actions have consequences, and sometimes the same energy you put into the world finds its way back to you. Preach on it, sister. Be careful how you treat people. Be careful what you do when you think nobody's watching. Because what you do here, you pay here. And sometimes it comes when you least expect it. Put that on a T-shirt or in a Shine Barrow song.
I just want to say,
Drop mic, baby.
Drop mic, yes.
Drop mic. So, they say revenge is a dish best served cold. But politics is a reality. In terms of, it's not fancy words. Thea Garcia is still the representative for Corozal Bay. But I hope it is a teachable moment for her and a humbling moment for her. I understand politics. No one is free from challenge. However, what happened in Corozal was an anomaly. I've never seen a 3-term mayor have to face a convention. And it was an anomaly allowed to enable, once again, the Garcia family. They were enabled to challenge a sitting rep in Elvia Vega Samos, anomalous, and now they were enabled again to challenge a 3-term mayor. This time, it didn't pay off.
Yeah, it showed how dysfunctional they are too, in terms of like going against each other. For instance, with the situation with the streets getting paved, and you're like, wow, like this party, is going at each other that way. It was just unfortunate.
$1.9 million, though. Only that.
Only that, yeah.
How jump change?
But, you know, it's how politics is. But every game has rules, right? Even the dirty games. And I felt that they broke a rule, even of the dirty game, by allowing first any representative to be challenged in Elvia Vega Samos when she was, and she was defeated in that challenge. And now they broke another rule when they allowed a three-term mayor to be challenged, and they paid for it dearly in pride.
Yeah.
The pride of the Garcia family has been downgraded significantly. It was trading at A plus, now with the trade at C, right? So, but you know, again for the PUP, tremendous turnout in Corozal.
Yeah.
So the UDP
Talk about UDP convention.
in Benqueviejo, I have to think a disappointing 533 turnout. But again, a function of money, or absence thereof. But in Benqueviejo, the UDP's candidate was Mike Guerra, the UDP representative's younger brother, Yusuf, I believe his name is. I forgive me if I have the name wrong, but he's the UDP's candidate for mayor in Benqueviejo. And in Dangriga, allow me to look up the name. That's Mr. Sampson, was elected as the UDP's mayoral. Dwayne Sampson, 608 votes in Dangriga, blowout victory, 4-1, will be the UDP's mayoral candidate in Dangriga. So the UDP still have a lot of climbing to do, but so does Thea. She's put in a humiliation hole. She must climb out of it, but she's a veteran. I mean, in terms of she comes from a family with a strong political culture.
Yeah.
I hope she will have the grace to, you know, to embrace the mayor now, who she has been fighting as area rep.
Because it shows that people want him. So
Exactly. He
this
has a fresh PUP mandate, right? So now we move on to municipals. But yeah, that's what happened. Moving on, guys, quickly.
okay, what's really at stake in the BTL deal and what will happen at Cabinet Jules?
Okay, so let's focus first on the BTL deal.
Let's do that.
You know, we've been looking at it, and you know, BTL has been putting out a lot of Facebook blurbs, I guess, explaining why the deal is good. This is advertising. If you all want to get real about information, let's have a press conference, have a sit
agree.
down,
Yes.
explain it to people.
Yeah.
Let me explain. And Mr. Controller, we have the graphic from Julius Espat from last week that you had prepared. Let me explain. The people are the owners of BTL.
Yes, rightfully so.
The people were not consulted.
Uh-huh.
You said they would be consulted. They were not consulted. Factually, the government said, and that's what Julius Espat said, I also do not believe the true owners have been properly consulted. The people of Belize own BTL. That's the fact of it. The government, I believe we have a graphic with the shareholding. The government of Belize and Social Security own 83.6%. Let me be clear, the central bank owns another 8%. The central bank is publicly owned. Although they think they're a Fortune 5. Let me stop. The central bank is publicly owned, so that goes to 92%. Private shareholders, Belizean shareholders, own the final 8%. The people of Belize own BTL. Let me explain to you something. BTL, great company, massive profits in the millions of dollars, many millions, 15 million there and up. They are able to show those handsome profits because the people of Belize, us, paid for the costly acquisition of BTL. 600 million, 550 million, 550 to 650 million, depending on how you calculate it, paid to the Ashcroft Alliance for the costly nationalization of BTL. The people of Belize paid that. Let me explain. It was not booked by BTL. It was not put on their books. So they are flying free. It's almost like you got 600, if not almost, it is factually, like you got $600 million write off. Why? Who write it off? We, the people.
Yeah.
So they're flying high on gilded wings. A successful corporation. If that 600 million had been booked in BTL's accounts, we would be having a different conversation because BTL would be underwater.
Yeah.
But it was not booked. It was booked for us, the people of Belize.
Yeah.
That's why the people of Belize are the owners. So you cannot show the board of directors, guys. You cannot have 8 or 9 government appointed directors who simply say, we are choosing this path without the required consultation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That is at the heart of it. Second, you cannot, there are the directors, respect to Alan Pollard and Anissa Perdomo, the only 2 who did not vote in favor of the acquisition. Mel Balramas Mala does not vote. But shame on the rest. We see the familiar PUP faces. But shame on them for proceeding with a decision to acquire contra la ley, against the law. The law specifically prohibits you from engaging in non-competitive practices, specifically, and to not consult on such a consequential decision. Now I understand the economic metrics are being looked at from every angle, and BTL is certainly putting out there. Let's be very clear. And I think we have a graphic with this. Is that the one with the transparency? Because they said in their press release, I think we have that one, guys. Yeah, that's the same one we had on just now. Or you can, yeah. So it said there, if you can read the bottom, that was BTL's press release. BTL remains constructive engagement with the government of Belize, constructive engagement with the Public Utilities Commission. The Public Utilities Commission is the regulator. You don't remain constructively engaged with them. You remain under their directive.
Yeah.
Let me continue. To ensure that the proposed transaction implemented transparently. So, will they share, can we zoom out again? Will they share the summary of the agreement with the public? The contractual protection, will they share it? They said transparently, will they do so? No, there was a spoof post this weekend. I think that's the next one you have on the computer, Mr. Selector, that same one. I think there was a spoof post this weekend. This is a spoof. It's not the real thing. It's a Gemini creation. But it's AI. But it was posted as a counter to BTL's public relations campaign. And it raises what the real risks and concerns are.
Yeah.
Right? Will Belizeans be informed on the purchase? No. Will the Briseno family get richer? Yes. Will Ashcroft get richer? Yes. Will BTL technology get old technology and equipment from Smart? Yes. Will the people get better service? No. Will the people get
increased price later?
Price later? Possibly. Will BTL be a monopoly? Yes. No, and again, I stress that is a spoof. But those are legitimate issues. Those are the issues at hand.
Yeah.
Let me explain. It is the paramountcy, the apotheosis, the apex of self-dealing. When the Prime Minister appoints the entirety of the PUC board, which is a regulator, the Prime Minister appoints the super-duper majority of the BTL board, and his family stands to get $18 million from the sale. That is the crescendo of self-dealing. It is a climax of self-dealing. So we have to understand that you have to see yourself in that thing. Let me explain once more, and I've done it here before, so indulge me.
Okay.
The genesis of SpeedNet. SpeedNet was birthed when he was Deputy Prime Minister. They got a license in his brother's name. Without the knowledge of the then Prime Minister. John Briseno was Deputy. Without the knowledge of the then Prime Minister, Said Musa, who came and sat in my little office and explained that he did not know
Oy.
such an agreement had been signed, that such an agreement existed, because they were selling BTL to Prosser as a monopoly. As a monopoly, because Intelco had all but been vanquished and destroyed through the orchestration of the Great Alliance. So I am just saying they were selling it as a monopoly, and 2 days before Prosser came to sign the deal, and he was a flim-flam man, as they say, 2 days before he came to sign the deal, they find out you're not selling a monopoly, a new operator just got a license, and the Prime Minister did not know, and it was in the name of the Deputy Prime Minister's brother. Right?
Is it word?
That was so. Let us understand the genesis of this. That's so important. The Briceño family later chose to sell 80% of the company to the Ashcroft Alliance. They chose to do that. Now, they want to get off this asset. Everybody wants off this asset. Mr. Ashcroft wants off this asset. So now the people must buy it.
Yeah.
Because we out of this. If the company had this lucrative cash flow of 20 million, because that's what
That's what
Ashcroft
they're
told the
saying,
BTL board, 20 million cash flow. Why would you sell a company $20 million cash flow? Why would you sell it if it has this lucrative cash flow? Where are the financials? Were those presented to the board? I think we have the graphic with all the things that weren't presented.
Was there an independent assessment?
There is
Still
no
not done?
independent valuation that has been done.
That's what they were
They will
asking
not
for.
do an
Yeah.
Ashcroft said, because I just give you cash flow. No independent evaluation needs to be done. Do we have the one with all the things that are missing? Internal rate of return, etc. I think we have that one. No net present value, no internal rate of return, no formal discounted payback schedule. And these things were not presented to directors. Many of the things the directors got,
Yeah,
then
but
they on one view, you know. Then on one view. No, this is the people's company that one view. Then get one thing that if vaporize after the meeting done, you can't save it, you try download, vaporize.
Wow.
I am just saying, why the secrecy? Why the obsession with secrecy?
How do you even know that the $80 million is appropriate for that if you haven't had a proper evaluation?
Independent evaluation.
Yeah.
Because, like Ashcroft said, you don't need evaluation, you're buying the cash flow. Well, if the cash flow is so good, why you not keep it? Why you not keep it? Again, it is a sale driven by the seller. No, there is some political exigency afoot. Mr. Ashcroft has told many people, if there is no deal, I will ram the battleship. What does that mean? He will enter a race to below the bottom, where he will use SpeedNet as a way to undersell, outcompete, and take market share from BTL.
That would be interesting to see.
Well, it would be great for the consumers. That's
Yeah,
called competition.
exactly. Yeah.
That's called competition. It would be great if SpeedNet did that. I would certainly support it. That is called competition. But his thing is that he will ram the battleship if the deal does not go through. I don't think there's a clearer illustration of the fact that this is a seller-driven sale. So, and you're also negotiating, in a sense, with a gun to your head from the Ashcroft Alliance. Right? Now, I don't know when we will get rid of this
Parasite.
absolute pulpo. This vampire sucking the blood of Belize. But these are the facts of it. So we come down, I'm ending this point, we come down to cabinet meeting on Tuesday. There are, I believe, at least 5 ministers who are opposed to it. I believe. I haven't spoken to anyone except Julius Espat. I've contacted others, but somehow they haven't texted me back. So odd.
The left on red?
Then I've read receipts. But my point is that I believe that Julius Espat, I believe that Karim Musa, I believe that Cordell Hyde, I believe that Henry Usher, I believe that Louis Zabané, and notionally Francis Fonseca. I say notionally because I cannot say emotionally. I'm not sure he's a man given to emotion. But I believe there are 5 ministers that have a problem with it.
Okay.
And so the cabinet meeting on Tuesday will be interesting because they may choose to boycott or they may choose to go there and raise hell. But it is a political crossroads for John Briceño. And I think that he knows that when it is time to talk about removing the old man, because that's what he is in the PUP now. I know he's young and he's full of vitality, but he's 66. And there will be a time that is soon coming when people will talk about removing him. And this will be the moment cited, the SpeedNet acquisition, the reason for thinking about his removal. And I don't think Mr. Britt, he's a very astute politician. He knows what's at stake. And he knows what's at risk if this thing goes through. As I said, there are exogenous factors because the Ashcroft Alliance is no joke. The vampire is a serious opponent. So there are a lot of things to consider, but we'll have to see what comes out of the cabinet meeting on Tuesday. But certainly the unions, the opposition, the Chamber of Commerce, they're all allied in opposition to this.
Yeah, the independent senators too.
The independent senators, the historic walkout.
Jules, but now let's talk about the PM's shameful walk away from 7 News.
They just really don't want to talk to her now from yesterday to
Yeah, so I think we have the footage from Thursday. And I just want to underscore how unacceptable this is. There's a burning national issue.
Yeah.
And Courtney Menzies goes to, we can show the video, guys. Courtney Menzies goes to the name of the restaurant in Orange Walk, Maracas.
Maracas.
Show from the start, guys. So Courtney goes to Maracas to wait. He's going to have lunch with Beauty Queens. All he can say to her is, welcome to Orange Walk. We were told in advance by his team, because he's surrounded, he has an entourage, even when he's in Orange Walk. There's always 3 vehicles involved. This day had no security, no driver, and there were still 3 vehicles involved.
Wow, okay.
But my point is that the Prime Minister showed a thing called contempt. When you can have 2 hours lunch with delegates for a beauty pageant. These are not matters of state. You're in Orange Walk on your home turf. You don't have to run a no meeting. You're driving yourself. When you can engage in that kind of banter and you cannot give the press, it is not it's a professional, non-personal media person that's waiting there. If it were an obstreperous idiot like me, I could understand. You might not want to talk to me. But it is Courtney Menzies, a highly regarded professional in our business, that's waiting respectfully. She waited 2 hours for the lunch to finish. So maybe after the man may hungry. Maybe me need something for my belly. But for him to behave like that, when there is when he's answerable, when there's a burning national issue, when familial wealth of $18 million is in the balance, for him to not even give a word, not even give 30 seconds, not even give the respect of saying, listen, I can't talk about it now. It's too sensitive. There's a lot at stake. This man is the Minister of Civil Aviation. A new aviation surcharge was affixed. This man is the Minister of Sugar Industry. There's a mealybug infestation in the north now. This man is the Minister of Defense. There's the issue of the Colt rifles, 556 bringing in, and I said at 350, at least 556. I'm just saying there are all these issues because of all the ministries that he has had to take on because there's a governance crisis in this country. And these are the responsibilities you have, sir. We never beg you, we never drag you out of your house.
Facts.
We did not attend a private luncheon and say, talk to us there. You were at a public event. We got a press release on it. That's what I'm saying. You begged for this job. You took all those ministries. You are just answerable. It is the basics of how politics and accountability in public life works. Mr. Briceño's conduct is unacceptable in a democracy. It is inimical with how a democracy works. It is inconsistent with transparency. It is oppressive. I didn't go too high on that. But moving on. So speaking of walkaways and walkouts.
Yeah. Why was Senator Louis Wade on the wrong side of history?
Louis Wade was the only independent senator
Yes.
We never walk out.
We'll never walk.
who didn't walk out. Now that's like in baseball, they say have a perfect game. That would have been a perfect moment when all the independent senators walked out. All of them. But now history will forever be recorded with an asterisk. We can only say that a supermajority, 3 of the 4 of them walked out with the opposition because that was history. I believe Louis Wade, the senator for the churches, remained. And he explained why he remained. I believe he was on the wrong side of history. If you want to explain why you remained, you do that in a press conference or an interview. If you want to explain why you wanted to remain, I believe he's the master of his own destiny and he answers to the churches, etc. But I believe that he made a grave error in judgment and that he should have walked out with them. And whatever point he needed to make, you can make outside. I remember when Marcus Pat and Cordell Hyde, during the splintering of the Musa administration, did not get to make their presentation in the House of Representatives. They were at odds. They were opposed to the new tax measures introduced by their own prime minister. They held an independent press conference to ventilate their views that they would have in the House. There are other platforms available.
Yeah.
I think Louis Wade should have seen that, and he should have walked out in solidarity. That he did not do so puts him on the wrong side of history. But he answers to higher powers. He's on the right side of God. So he no have no... I understand these worldly matters do not concern him. But it's unfortunate, in my opinion, that he didn't walk out. I want to address how the broadcast was handled, because I spoke about it in another platform.
Yeah.
I can say that I was wrong in this. We are at fault, we the media. How it looked on TV was terrible. How it looked on YouTube. On the YouTube, they got the YouTube. So I was looking at it on the YouTube, and I felt that as citizens, we were cheated. Let me explain. I have seen at least over a dozen walkouts in Parliament in my many decades of covering the House of Representatives. And it is something that's important for how the democracy works. And I had a huge problem in 2016, etc., when they chased us out, and they had to throw me out of the house physically.
Yeah.
But because I believe people have to see what happens in the house. So, we, the media, have abdicated our responsibility of attending every meeting. We are not barred from attending every meeting. It's hard now because there's not space for all the cameras. There is, there are other furniture there to accommodate the media. But we are at fault for not sleeping with our own eye, right? So that's when I was thrown out. It wasn't an easy thing to do, to throw out a big man, especially when he's mooning you. I'm not sure we can show that so early in the morning, guys. People haven't had their breakfast yet.
It looks like a phone flyer and all that.
Yes,
I forget you.
But my point is, ever since then I wear Spanx. But my point is that we are at fault for trusting that the government feed, the state control feed, will be able to give fidelity. And this was a concern that I had, fidelity to moments like those. But we, the press, Channel 7, is at fault for not sleeping with our own eye. We are not barred from entering the house with our cameras, etc. And we should have been there to capture the walkout. Fortunately, the opposition people had their cell phone cameras on. But I think that the president made a decision to suspend the sitting, which I believe was the wrong decision, but she was right within the rules because Patrick Farber wasn't. She stood and Patrick Farber didn't yield, which is breaking the fundamental rule. And she suspended the sitting, and then you come back and there's nobody there. You, as a citizen, as a viewer, you are like, we're gone on. So I'm just saying, I felt it needed to be shown. But it was her fault to not be there.
Yeah.
So, but moving on. So Louis Wade was on the wrong side of history, but so were we. So yes,
Jules,
moving.
Now let's talk about the victims of sexual violence. Were they double victimized?
Forgive me, I have allergies. Victims of sexual violence. It's not a small thing.
It is not. And
We had the pastor who was convicted last week, and Pastor Victor Hernandez
Yeah.
Wagner, and
who was
he was
also a leader of the National Evangelical Association of Belize.
leader.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
the woman, the brave, courageous survivor who made the complaint against him, a woman of 30 plus years. It wasn't easy for her to make the complaint. It was very hard because this is a leader of the community and a leader of the church. And he was convicted of raping her twice. On the stand, she broke down. They had to adjourn for the day. It's not easy. In fact, it is the hardest thing a human can be asked to do, to face
Yeah.
the person who abused or committed an act of sexual violence against them, to face that person in court, and also to speak knowing that when this truth is told, the heavens of many of the believers will fall. Right?
Yeah. It's true.
So it is for the victim, they are victimized more than once. They're victimized in their community because of the many blind, faithful followers. Forgive. And also because, you know, you have to face the person who did you this in court. I mention this because there's an allegation against Alexis Rosado. They still call him ambassador, no? And it's been adjourned many times. Last week it was adjourned due to illness. It may be the second time due to illness the court gets a doctor's letter.
Okay.
Every time this happens, the victim, there are days, probably months and weeks of anxiety building up to this moment when you will have to go to court.
Again.
I think of Miss Luana in the Cayo district, the police officer who was sexually assaulted on camera. No case to answer, even though it was captured on camera. So I think of these victims that days of anxiety, weeks, months, years, and you have to go to that courtroom, and it builds and builds, and then you go to the court and they say, oh, no court today. Mr. Rosado says sick. I understand there are genuine illnesses, but there are also ways to frustrate and drag out cases. And that, on these victims, sometimes the burden is too much. They break, they just give up and say, I have to continue with my life in whatever way I can. So, you know, I want to return to the pastor. He's 67 years old, recently suffered a stroke. He will be sentenced, I think, today. And it minimum 8 years.
Yeah.
And I have no sympathy. I'm sorry. I'm not capable of that. You know, in terms of, I don't want to speak too much on it, but, you know, there are those who have said, well, we need to pray for both sides. I don't engage in that, but I'm just saying that the violence brought upon this woman and what she had to go through to make that conviction. Respect to the prosecutor who was able to get the conviction. And it leaves a huge imprint of pain on that community for the believers and for the victim.
Right.
A huge huge imprint of pain.
That's true. And what's not from all the cases you mentioned is the abuse of power, right? It's all men in a particular space of power exercising it over women.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course it is. And, but I'm saying that the system has to be more sympathetic.
Definitely.
Right? When you are a victim and you are waiting months, days, weeks, hours to testify, and then you hear another adjournment and they change the prosecutor. The prosecutor in that Rosado case, I think they're on their third prosecutor now. I think it went from the DPP, then it went to the deputy. Now it's with Mr. Humes, I believe, is the prosecutor. I'm just saying, as the victim, you are seeing this and you are saying, is this being handled with the level of seriousness? Because this is my life.
Yeah.
This is the life of our families. A whole family gets destroyed when a victim speaks up.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Jules, now let's talk about the Belize River contamination and what's causing it.
Yeah, so the contamination, let's move, I'm taking so long. The Belize River contamination, a lot of people have been blaming, a lot of people in the community have been pointing to Santander.
Yeah, it's really worrisome.
It's really, really worrisome, but I want to show that, the Department of Environment still doesn't know. They have to send out stuff for testing, but I want to show these pictures that an aquatic ecologist from the Savannah Forestation has put out. It shows that turtles, that's a turtle, a hickory,
Yeah.
a hickory,
Crocodile.
crocodile. It shows that it's not just dissolved oxygen, right? Because it's a deeper issue.
Yeah.
There is great contamination on the Belize River, and there's a lot of clearing and deforestation taking place. Yes, Santander has to be looked at, absolutely. But there is so much activity along this river. Everything you do on the land affects the water.
Yes.
So it is not a minor issue. And it has to be investigated thoroughly and the culprit has to be found. But we're seeing time and time again anomalous environmental events which are happening as a consequence of reckless land use.
Yeah.
And we think that one activity in one area does not affect the other. Well, we're not working on the river, we work on the land.
Yeah.
But everything, it's all a chain, right? So I'm saying that if you're clearing land for cattle rearing, which is so popular, clearing land for cattle rearing, where does the waste go?
Yeah.
Where does all the fecal matter go? It goes into the river.
Yeah.
Something is poisoning our water and we have to find out what it is. Find the culprit, but more than that, it may be many culprits because there's so much reckless land use. And we have to stop.
Right. It makes me
We
think
have to
about the
stop.
New River, that every year we have the same situation.
just
that now
cyclical.
people just brace for it and be like, okay, it's coming again without accountability.
You have
Do
learned to
something
live with it,
different. Yeah.
which is it's such
Normalcy.
yeah, it's totally normalized now. Hey, why me New River and start stink?
Yes.
We have to just
Pretty
live with
much,
it.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But hopefully we find out what's going to happen. But I think what is the cause. But I think it will take some time because they sent out samples of testing.
Just like one thing with that, Jules, people are looking forward to what's going to be the results of the investigation, but they're also thinking about what's going to be the fine or the charge, if any, because we know our environmental regulations and our enforcement needs to be leveled up to be able to match the disaster that they're doing. So that's going to be an interesting thing.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
It has to match the seriousness. Guys, we have to move on very quickly.
So triple fatal motorcycle accident in the city.
There was a collision on Mahogany Street Friday night, Saturday morning, and resulted in the death of 3 young men.
Yes.
And I just want to underscore, I've never seen a triple fatal in the city. Maybe it's happened before. I can't recall, I should say, a triple fatal motorcycle accident in the city. 2 motorcycles collided. I believe we have pictures there, guys. 2 motorcycles collided on Mahogany Street, and it created, those are the 3 victims, 3 relatively young men, or 3 young men. And, we hate to see lives lost. We have to understand that this will continue. I hate to say it, it will continue. And we have a couple pictures of the accident. We hate to see it. But we have to understand young men, hormones are coursing through them. They're the two cycles that collided. Hormones are coursing through them. Alcohol is always a factor in our society.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's only so much. I used to be the one here saying enforcement, enforcement. You cannot regulate reckless people's behavior. These are, I'm so sorry for the families of these victims. I don't know the circumstances of the accidents. I'm talking in the most general terms. I'm not talking about this. I don't know what happened here. But we will have to accept that we have a society where many of us are moving on motorcycles because it's cheap and affordable. But it's also, for young men, it's also very thrilling.
That's true.
And you have a lot of hormones in you. And you're reckless, you know, and
Because you
and
do
daring.
not see like women in motorcycle accidents as much.
Very
as-
rarely.
Yeah.
Or they are there on the back of the motorcycle.
Right.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
Very rarely you see it. It happened a few weeks ago in Bella Vista. But very rarely you see it. But this is the nature of the male animal, right? He just got a lot of hormones and he's reckless, as was I at that age. I just never had a motorcycle. But yeah, you know,
You were reckless in your bike,
it's so
Jules.
sad, this accident, a triple fatal in the city, and my deepest condolences to those families.
Yeah.
Quickly, moving on.
Quickly moving on.
Did the Chief Justice snub the magistrate?
Yeah, you know, the magistracy of Belize made a leap into the future, and they opened a
Or they finally
website.
cut up to the present. What is it?
What's that? Up
They
to the
finally
president.
cut up to the
Up to the president. They
Yeah.
finally cut up to the president. Up to the president. But they opened a website which should save people a lot of back and forth. You know, it's a great source of information, etc. But the Chief Justice, who is the head of the judiciary in Belize, did not attend the launch of this website.
Oh.
That is a great snub. Chief Magistrate Deborah Rogers has dragged the magistracy into the present. Do we have the clearance rates, guys? The clearance rates from the court, there they are. Look at the clearance rates at the top. This is a magistracy in crisis. Clearance rate 18%. Right? You can see it there for, so that's the number of cases that go to court and the
Okay.
current clearance rate. There's another graphic with the clearance rate, guys. One more, and that clearance rate is 32%. I'm just saying, this is a magistracy in crisis.
Yeah.
This is the lower court, the poor people's court,
Oy.
the everyday person's court. When you see that type of clearance rate, it is worrying and troubling.
Yeah.
This is where justice begins. But the Chief Justice, Madame Louise Blenman, did not see it fit to grace them with her presence.
Oui.
The low courts are too low for the hem of her garment to touch. It is not fit. I think it's a tremendous snub when a progressive move is made at the lower court and the head of the judiciary in Belize
He's not present.
does not deign to grace them with her presence. Maybe there are extenuating circumstances I'm not aware of, and I would wish that were the case, but it was a conspicuous absence, and it was certainly interpreted by onlookers
Yeah.
as a direct snub of the people's court,
Yeah.
the lower court.
Yes.
We await an explanation
Yeah.
from on high.
Jules, we have two more things to go
Quickly.
through. And one of it is the CCJ in crisis.
The Trinidad Express had some tremendous reporting that broke on early Sunday morning that shows the Caribbean Court of Justice in a very serious administrative crisis that affects the quality of justice. We have the headline from the Trinidad Express, I believe, and it alleging, and they have copiously detailed emails from within the court, from the justices,
Okay.
complaining to Winston Anderson, the president of the Caribbean Court of Justice, the highest court in Belize, complaining to him, complaining about authoritarian behavior, complaining about fixing the panels of judges to create certain outcomes or
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
suggesting that that is being done. It is not a good look for the courts. It is very messy. And, the circulation of these emails, these internal emails between justices, is a huge leak. And it shows to me, as a journalist, that there's orchestrated attempts to embarrass and undermine Winston Anderson, the president of the CCJ. The allegations are highly credible. Again, it does not speak to impropriety per se, but it speaks to administrative inadequacy or authoritativeness or authoritarian behavior, to be specific. But it speaks specifically to cases in Belize. Those are mentioned in the emails. The Jerry Enriquez and Andram Logan cases,
Okay.
which were taken from the High Court of Belize. Very serious cases. It speaks to the Anwar Barrow case as well. So these are extremely weighty matters, and this is a court that many in the Caribbean have had trepidation about making their final court of appeal. That's why so many of them still stick to the Privy Council. And this will only give them greater fuel to do so. It's not a good look for the apex court in the Caribbean.
I agree. Yeah.
Good, moving on quickly.
The last one.
Last one.
Surcharge.
Jules.
Let's remember the history.
Yeah, so it was announced in the cabinet brief last week that there is an airport surcharge now, security surcharge of $10.
Yeah.
Which is 10%.
It works out to, for if you're flying to San Pedro, it's maybe $140, so that works out to 8 to 10%, 8%, let's say. It's a significant increase in the cost of domestic air transport.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you. A lot of people who come from the United States, they pay, maybe 500 US, 600 US for a flight from Miami, let's say, right? If you get a good deal, 600 US. And then you come to Belize and you are flying to Placencia, and then you have to pay another 300 US round trip for a flight of, a few miles. So air transport in Belize is expensive
Yes.
for the travelers, right? For the international visitors. It's certainly expensive for us as Belizeans, and you can only do it for business or if you're super wealthy. But my point is, they're affixing a security surcharge. Okay, I understand the security provisions have to be upgraded. However,
Yeah.
you cannot tell that story without telling the truth. And the Prime Minister and Minister of Civil Aviation has not told us the truth, has not told us anything
Right.
about the payments made to Four Diamond and iSecurity, politically favored companies who were given chronic contracts for services that were not in the first few months performed. Yet they were paid. How much were they paid?
Don't know what that
Number one. Number two, what settlement was given to them
Yeah.
to leave, to walk away, so that proper security companies could be installed, as they now are. But what monies were paid to settle? We asked it through Freedom of Information, they denied us.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister has to tell us the truth. All this comes after the famous Howell Grange hijacking. 16 souls on board, he saved all, except the hijacker, and he barely saved his own. But my point is, we have not been told the truth of the monies paid, both the monies paid upfront
Yeah.
to iSecurity and for Diamond, which, let us be clear, got 10-year contracts worth $28 million in total.
Yeah.
And we were not told what was paid to them in settlement so that they would walk away from those contracts.
Because we know equipment was invested in, there were advances, a lot of these different things, so we're not sure what was the deal.
It is public funds, and now we, the passengers and the travelers to Belize, the visitors, have to pay the surcharge. That is fine. But let us know that value for money was gotten.
Yes.
And if it was not, how much money had to be paid to settle these chronic contracts, which were awarded under John Briceño's watch as Minister of Civil Aviation. I done.
Wow.
That's it for today.
Wow. This beef is dry.
Yeah, really.
Right, no more juice left.
No,
on the
I see the
beef.
producer chasing me off as she should.
Yeah. Jules, thank you for this Monday morning beef. Definitely, it says a lot for us to be looking out in
Yes.
the news this week. As we wrap up our beef, we're going to cue in a beautiful sunrise for you. Let's find the
Do we
sunrise.
have?
Yeah,
Wow.
we do.
Nice.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Belize City.
All right.
This is beautiful. This is from Ronald Stewart.
Oh, great. Our neighbor down the street.
There you go.
Thank you so much for this submission, Ronald. Very beautiful.
We
Even
live
Sally bird and everything. The
Wow.
fly. You know,
Canal and
what you leave bird?
Caribbean Sea. You could say he's on the Caribbean Sea, but he live like us right down by the canal.
Right by the
That's
canal.
the reality between the canal and the Caribbean
Another
Sea.
canal, right? That the canal.
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 With that, guys, we're going to go to our first commercial break, but when we're back, we're going to be talking to our new Miss Earth, Belize. We're super excited to have her grace our stage. Well, not stage. Will that be a stage for her? And we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
These charter mints aren't from
We're
an
navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Shireen Halsell, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Adore Craig.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode. Renata and I are so grateful for your company, and we jump into an exciting conversation because on our couch we have the new Miss Earth Belize 2026 joining us, Miss Vashti Thompson. Miss Vashti, good morning. First of all, congratulations on reigning as Miss Earth Belize 2026.
Thank you so much.
So it's your Monday, you just got off the pageant this weekend. How is your energy like today, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest?
Maybe like a 5.
Maybe like a 5.
That's actually a good middle, considering all the prep and like the big pageant and everything and living in the moment, but also super exhausted. Because I could imagine all of the love and everything that's outpouring. A little birdie told me that people don't reach out to be able to work with you.
Yes, so that's really exciting. A lot of the environmental groups have already reached out, including Park, DOE, Oceana. So I'm gonna be a busy girl right now.
And we love this for you.
Yes.
We love this
I'm
for
really
you.
excited to use the platform for my advocacy and to prepare to go to the Philippines.
And that's
Definitely.
in October, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to the Philippines in October, and obviously people are going to be super excited, but People are asking, of course, we won, but what was the pageant like for you?
It was so surreal. Honestly, being on stage, it felt like a dream. It went by so much quicker because you prepare for months and then it's gone in one night.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just say that. And what was your favorite segment?
Definitely question and answer because I surprised myself. So I was practicing and those questions were very hard to nail in just 30 seconds because I'm an environmentalist. So I can speak on and on about topics. So nailing it in the 30 seconds was really hard for me, but on stage I did it and I'm so proud of myself.
For the persons that missed that segment, that were unaware of what was your question, what was that like and what was your answer?
My question was so perfectly aligned. It was asking me about what I would do to promote youth involvement in Belize, and my advocacy is youth environmental education. So I immediately went to community workshops because that's what I plan to do with my advocacy. So I already knew that, and I just nailed the answer, and I'm so proud of myself.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to ask on that same note for persons out there, why do you feel like youth should be involved in these conversations when it comes to the environment, when it comes to advocacy?
I believe that youth are the next generation, right? And everyone says that, but I have seen firsthand when I go into communities, when I work and volunteer with these NGOs, the young people of Belize are passionate about saving our earth, but they just don't have the tools, the opportunities, the spaces to use their voices. And I feel like that's what we need to give them because they can contribute to solutions. They just need a platform. And that's what I'm planning to do with my advocacy.
Yeah. So definitely this space sets you like elevates your role as an ambassador in saying we're going to protect Earth, you want to protect Belize, and and have more young persons involved into this space. I have to say the crown looks really good on you.
Thank you.
The green is just like emerald green is just like so vibrant and it's so catching and fits you so well. How does it feel wearing the crown? It's Monday, the pageant was that weekend. And you're here today freshly wearing it.
This crown is very heavy.
Okay.
I like the honesty because it's gorgeous, but man, girl, you have to set up with it, and I can know it's like having you weighing you down a little bit with the weight.
I would like to hear from you. How does it, like, overall, what is your emotion whenever you think, I'm finally wearing this crown?
I am so filled with pride that I get to represent Belize. Honestly, I love my country, and I feel that we are doing so much when it comes to climate change adaptation, when it comes to just conservation in general. We have so much protected areas, and to be able to be the one to represent that on an international stage is just so emotional for me.
I can imagine. So you're going to the Philippines in October, which is exciting, and it's, sounds like a long time, but it's not a long time.
It's not a long time.
How are you going to prepare for then, and what's going to be looking like in terms of saying we're doing great things in Belize? You and your advocacy as an environmentalist, you're doing great things. What are you going to highlight then?
Well, we have to work that out, but it's still to be decided. But there's definitely a lot of training that goes in because it's not just the intelligence portion. I have to work on that also, but there's also the costume, the dress, everything needs to be worked out. So we definitely have a lot of work to do before then.
Yes.
And we're seeing up here on the screen, just previously, your dress was breathtaking.
Thank you.
Yes.
What was the idea behind like coming up with this and along that line? Because it's wow, like you see it and it stands out.
It's a beautiful dress, but I have to see it. It's not mine. I was lent that dress by someone. I had ordered a dress and it did not pan out. So like 2 weeks before the pageant, I had no idea what I was going to do.
Wow,
and a
look at
lovely
that.
person said, I have this prom dress, you can borrow it.
Oh my goodness.
So
and you see that? Girl.
That's a great
feel
story,
that
yeah.
everything was so perfectly aligned for this pageant because it was very last minute. It fit me like a glove, and I'm really, really grateful.
Definitely.
And it's perfectly in the alignment of what Miss Belize should be wearing. So wow. I like stories.
Yeah, it's definitely a great story. Is there like anything else that you feel was impactful about the pageant and preparation on the pageant night that you would like to share with us?
Definitely, my person in my corner that helped me through everything was Miss World 2022, Elise. She, honestly, the last week, she pushed me through so much because it's very hard. It's a lot of late nights, early mornings. I was training in Belize City, catching bus to go back to reach work 8 o'clock at Belmopan. So there's a lot of work and hardship that goes into making it look effortless on stage. So definitely the preparation was difficult, but because she was there, I was able to make it through. So thank you, Ellie.
I love that.
love that.
Definitely,
Big up to
your support
Belize.
team deserves to get their flowers also in terms of like, you are where you are, and again, congratulations once more for that.
For persons now that are super excited for your journey ahead, where can they follow you? Is it also, because I know you have with PAC and DOE and UNICEF and all these, and Oceana and so forth, but is there any room still for more partnerships?
Of course.
Yeah, girl, we can take them all on.
Yes. Yes.
So people can reach out to you. Where specifically? Where can they follow you?
Reach out to the Miss Earth Belize page, and they will be the ones to coordinate.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
get all the coordinations in and so forth. For other young girls that are looking at you right now, this has been the first Miss Earth Belize pageant since 2012. Very, very big. What message would you want to say to them as they see you and they're like inspired and they're looking forward to one day maybe having that crown or just maybe getting into pageantry?
Miss Earth is a different type of pageant. I will say that. It's more about your advocacy and what you believe in when it comes to the environment. And yes, wearing a crown and pretty dresses is nice, but I believe the best part about this pageant is being able to have that duality, because I have on heels right now, but I usually wear hiking boots. I usually go out into the field. Like, there is a duality that comes with it. And I feel that it's such a beautiful representation of what a woman can be. And so we don't have to fit into a box. We don't have to only care about how we look. We can also care about our environment.
I
love that. Yeah, she's answering like a queen.
I know, she's
love
already
it, yeah.
answering like a queen. And
Yes.
that was under 30 seconds, girl.
Yes, yes.
I want to throw that out. That you
Definitely.
prepared.
Yeah.
You're ready. We love this for you.
So Vashti, once more, we congratulate you on being the new Miss Earth Belize 2026.
Thank you so much.
We look forward to what your journey is going to be and wish you all the best. We look forward to your going into the Philippines in October and representing us very well. We have
come
high
back before
confidence
that.
in you, for sure.
Yes.
And let's talk about it. As we start wrapping up this conversation, any last words that you would like to share? Anybody you would like to say thanks?
I
as
would
we
like
end
to
this?
express my gratitude to our new director, Miss Pamela. She's so nice, and she's been sending me and the other girls very sweet messages before the pageant, and she has sent me sweet messages after the pageant.
love
so
it.
thank you so much.
All right.
And big up to the entire team because
Yes.
the stage, everything was
Yes, the
properly
stage was
executed
gorgeous.
for
Yes.
Miss Earth Belize. Okay, we haven't had a pageant since 2012, and I say that again, and you guys came out for everything. So big up to everybody that put in the work, and these phenomenal ladies, all of them
Yeah, congratulations
were
to all.
amazing.
Yeah.
So kudos to them, and let's continue to follow Vashti on the Miss Earth Belize official Instagram page and Facebook page.
Yes.
So they can see all the dresses and all the stuff there. And of course, sponsorship and everything is always welcome.
Yes.
So thank you again so much and congratulations. We're super, super excited to see this journey for you and to the Philippines in October, but to our couch before. So with that, guys, we're going to go to our next commercial break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, ensuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, ensuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Pony Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Halsell, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Endure Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023 in the
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Halsell, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Endure Craig.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Good morning, Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode. Renata and I are very excited about our next conversation because we're talking about Climate Week that's taking place in a couple weeks in Toledo. Today we're going to find out more details about what's the theme and who are the partners and what can you expect and how can you engage in Climate Week. Joining us on our couch to guide us through this conversation, we have Shania Wilson, representative from the Climate Change Department. Shania, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. And soon we're going to be talking about everything we can expect at Climate Week. We also have one of your colleagues, Joshua Romero, from the Climate Change Department too. Joshua, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Doing fine.
When you think about Climate Week, how does it make you feel?
Well, a lot of emotions, but I would like to say accomplished in a way. Climate Week is a very big event. It's our 5th national event. So to be able to pull this off, especially with the small staff that we have is, very overwhelming at times per se, but yeah.
I love that. That was a great reflection, and I feel like that invites us more to find out, what's taking place, what the work that you've done, and of course, how does the impact of Climate Week will contribute to us. We're joined by Ms. Nadia Boud. Ms. Nadia, you're representing WWF. You're iconic in conservation, I have to say, so it's such a pleasure to have you here with us. How do you feel about contributing to Climate Week?
Oh, very happy to do so. As you all know, climate change is a significant impact, and for small third world nations such as Belize, we really and truly need to focus a lot on it, and any kind of support as WWF that we can provide to help the country meet the challenges posed by climate change is, of utmost importance.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for that, Ms. Nadia. And we're also joined by Eli Romero, representing PAC. Eli, good morning. How are you feeling today?
Very good. I think a lot of people only focus a lot and know a lot of PAC from the conservation aspect. But PAC is a climate finance organization as well. We're a climate finance mechanism. We're able to mobilize international climate finance for the country of Belize. And we're the only accredited entity to 3 different financial mechanisms in Belize, national entity.
Wow, so thank you so much for that background into what PAC does, but also how it's like a contributor in this conversation about Climate Week. Ren, so let's find out more details about it. Maybe we can start with the
Naya's going to be the first one, because I need to know about this week. We need to understand the theme. We got a little snippet of it off camera, but dive into it, man. Let's us fully understand what's for the week ahead.
Okay, so of course, one of the main parts of our mandate is to mainstream climate change information and communicate that information with the public. And what better way to do it than this big symposium-style event which we model after COP, our Conference of the Parties. So we have a green zone and a blue zone. The green zone, we have general information sharing. Anybody and their granny could go there and learn. My granny got last year and she loved it. And then we also have the blue zone. It's like more thematic focus. This is where people like PACT and WWF will be having some more thematic focus and stakeholders can come. They person who might be just wondering or curious about a topic or a panel that's happening can also, walk in there and listen in. And so this year is especially exciting because we're stepping a little bit out of our comfort zones and we're tackling the orange economy and tech. So the tech revolution is here. There's a lot of buzz about AI and the rapid growth in technology, especially now. But what we've learned from our mistakes in the past is that climate change needs to be central and resilience needs to be central 100%. In that movement. And how can we do that without behavioral change, without buy-in from people? And that's where we leverage the orange economy to preserve equity, to ensure that the information is communicated in a way that everybody can stomach and that everybody can feel ownership within that space. So that's where we are calling in on all our partners from different sides of the economy rainbow. So orange, green, blue, everybody can come together and see how we can communicate this idea that we're all in it for the same purpose.
I love that. So orange economy is a pretty new kid in the block, right? It's a buzzword. So would you mind explain to us what the orange economy is and why did you decide? Or how is that gonna pan out itself within Climate Week?
So I do work communications, and as much as we might not think it, the orange economy is a part of everything we do. It's media, it's creativity, it's functional designs, it's all of these things that we resonate with as people, right? So it was sort of a no-brainer because it's always there. Tourism's always in there too with cultural things and indigenous knowledge. And that's another way that we're also roping it in. We're going to have a day for orange economy and we have a parade and we also have the opening ceremony on the first day. So just to give you a little insight, we have the 21st to the 24th. The 21st is opening ceremony, orange economy, opening ceremony at the parade. PACT is also doing a session in the afternoon. Then day 2 is the orange economy and then UNDP is doing their session in the afternoon. Then day 3, we have agriculture and forest, and we got really great buy-in from the sectors. They're doing their thing. And then, of course, day 4 is Blue Spaces and Tech. We have a robotics competition, which we have the Robotics Federation helping us out with. Joshua will give you more insight on what's happening on that day. And WWF is also doing some things on that day, too.
Very well. Thank you so much for that insight. Joshua, let's bring you into the conversation. Is there anything that you, Shania missed that you feel like is important for us to know about?
I like some days. I like some excitement that's going to be happening.
So yes, like you heard, day 4, August 24th is themed Blue Spaces and Technology. By Blue Spaces, we mean, marine environments, coastal zones, marine ecosystems, etc. And then technology, well, it's a very broad component, but we're trying to focus on technology and climate change. So technology that helps to mitigate climate change, electric vehicles, solar panels, early warning systems, etc. To start off the day, well, in partnership with WWF, we have a segment that will be presenting on a seagrass policy that is currently being developed. It's not finalized. But, just to show the importance of that, especially that it relates back to our NDC, which is led by the Climate Change Department. Following that, we will then have a panel on seagrass, innovation, etc. Once again, led by WWF. Ms. Wood will get a bit into that later.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after that, we have one of the most important panels, in my opinion, which is Women in Blue Spaces.
Okay.
So that will be highlighting, our women leadership that are in blue spaces, not only governmental, but also non-governmental and so forth. In the morning, in the blue zone is more blue spaces theme. And in the afternoon, we have it go more towards the technology side of things. So we'll be opening the afternoon with a presentation from Ms. Ina De Visser. That's one of our international partners. She works with NDC Tech. They will be giving a presentation on EVs, electrifying transport in Belize, but also giving examples of our Caribbean brothers and sister countries and projects that have worked
Very
right
well.
there.
Very well. I
Yeah,
can see
then-
like day 4 was definitely, like the data grabs your attention and like something that you expect to come out from. So given what's going to be taking place within the 4 days, how do you want people to walk out of Climate Week? Like what message do you want them to leave and what would you like to see, come after it in terms of?
Well, something that we aim to do every year is to empower the people, to let them see that they are the difference, especially youths. For example, this robotics competition, we're seeing it as more of a national innovation initiative, to empower these children. The age range for the robotics competition is from 10 to 18 years, and the purpose of the robotics competition is for them to develop a prototype that solves a climate issue, whether it be coastal zone and marine environments, water and resource management, or even sustainable energy and waste. So that, of course, a huge thanks to the Robotics Federation and PAC. PAC is sponsoring the prizes which will be robotic kits for the winners. So that's very good.
Very good.
You guys really thought this through, like in all the aspects, and I'm loving to see the partnerships on every single day. There's something for somebody in some way, shape, or form. Ms. Nana, I'm going to bring you into this conversation because I'm excited to see how the WWF kind of ties in properly, like you mentioned before, being at the forefront. But talk to us about maybe the 4th day and how the sponsorship and everything is looking.
Sure. As I mentioned before, our work, traditionally has been seen as conservation work, no? But the organization tries to safeguard the environment for people and nature. And when we think about safeguarding the environment, of course, climate change is a significant threat that we need to safeguard, not only the natural ecosystem, but people. And so from that perspective, we are always happy to support efforts from the local community level to the upper level of government. And we were consulted when the nationally determined contribution, the NDC, was developed. And one of the key things that was within that, NDC is the development of a national seagrass management policy. For us, we are trying to work to not only do research on the health of coral reefs, mangroves, and seagrass, but also trying to see if we could put in place measures, nature-based measures that can help the system to maintain or to rebound from threats, not to be resilient to threats.
Yeah.
And so when we heard about Belize Climate Week, we were happy to engage with the National Climate Change Department to see how we can collaborate, how we can support along the way. And so they were very welcoming to bring us in and said, yes, we do need some sponsorship. And so we have pledged a certain amount of money to support the needs for Climate Week. And then as Joshua mentioned, on the Monday, August 24th, we also will be hosting a session that is focused on seagrass. So we'll be talking about, we'll have a panel discussion with members from from local community, from the government, from the NGO, from funders, to talk about the key threats around seagrass. Traditionally, mangroves and coral reefs have been given a lot of attention. Let's sow seagrass. So we want to be able to elevate attention to the important role seagrass plays to Belize. It's a nursery for many commercially important fish species. It helps to filter pollutant runoffs into the marine environment. It helps to stabilize the shoreline as well. So our discussion will be around that, elevating all the goods and services that seagrass provide to the country of Belize.
I love that. Yes.
I'm hoping that all these stuff are going to be recorded in some way, shape, or form, because these are important conversations that people need to be having in the different spaces if they can't make it there.
That's true. Because as you mentioned, one way or another, we're getting affected by climate change, and we need to build a resilience for it. Eli, let's bring you into the conversation. So PAC is definitely, setting an imprint into Climate Week. We heard you're supporting with prizes, supporting with robotics. But what would you like to mention to us about, how is PAC contributing and why is it important for you to get involved into this activity?
Sure, thanks. And well, climate change is as we all know, is something that affects our lives across all different sectors. Addressing climate change is very expensive. Building resilience is very expensive. So that is where PAC comes in. PAC, as I mentioned, got accredited to the Adaptation Fund in 2011, GCF 2019, and most recently last year to the Fund for Responding to Loss and Damage.
Okay.
That puts PAC in a very unique position to be able to mobilize international resources. A lot of people have the misconception that PAC is a protected areas manager. We're a financial mechanism. We're
Okay.
closer to a bank than NGO. Because our role is to mobilization of financial resources. So that is where we have come in. PAC has been able to mobilize over $37 million for Belize to address climate impacts, and we have about $142 million in the pipeline. That's directly addressing climate hazards. So that's what we're highlighting on day one after the opening ceremony. We're going to be having the afternoon session whereby we'll be discussing some of the key areas that we're working. PAC is also sponsoring the Youth 501 Academy through the National Climate Change Department.
It's the Climate Youth Academy. Yeah.
And then we also are supporting a building access to climate finance, the capacity of local stakeholders. So we have partnered with Galen University. We're going to be issuing out about, I think, 32 scholarships for micro-credentials through Galen University. And then in the following segment on that afternoon, we're going to be having some of our stakeholders who are beneficiaries from some of our programs that we're already implementing, including community-based organizations and other local actors in just what is the experience of them accessing climate finance. It's not your conventional financing as conservation investment.
Right.
We need to build capacity because when it comes to climate finance, the level of reporting, monitoring, accountability is very important. And PAC's accreditation is hinged on it.
Yeah.
So our ability to continue to mobilize resources is at the same point ensuring that we're able to maintain those high financial management standards, because that is what really has PAC at a very high level in terms of accountability, transparency, and our ability to continue to support the country in mobilizing these resources.
Wow. I love the fact that you're mentioning about climate finance, because at one way or another, when you talk to people about, money on their pockets, it incentivizes them to take action into something. And climate change is everybody's business. We need to do something about it. So we appreciate, the effort that PAC is doing and also like how they're going to be contributing to this role. As we start wrapping up this conversation, Shania, please mention to our viewers, where is the Climate Week taking place? How can they register if there's any opportunity for that? And how can they follow what's going to be happening?
Okay, so Climate Week is taking place at the PG Sports Complex, and it is from August 21st to the 24th. Like I said, there's no necessarily a registration for them to attend. You can attend, it's free.
Okay.
So please come, just make sure you get your tickets so we get our numbers. And I would just like to take a moment, like while we do have two sponsors here, it took a lot of coming together.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to acknowledge those people. So we have, of course, PACT, who's our champion sponsor, along with the UNDP. Then, of course, we have our climate allies, such as WWF. And then we also have the CSFI, the Curacao Sustainable Future Initiative. And we even have some donation from our climate ally, the Belize Film Commission, as they're sponsoring a competition, a film competition for climate change, as well as in partnership with Niche for some performing arts.
Great. It's so here too, it's so good to hear that there's so many persons, participating in climate
From all
and
walks of
contributing too.
life.
Definitely.
It shows that it is everybody's business.
It is
and
everybody's
taking it very
business,
seriously because they're putting, resources in place for that. So I'm hoping that people can follow too. For any flyers or anything that's happening with the sessions that are happening with PAC and WWF, where can people go specifically?
They can go to our social media pages. It's Belize Climate Change Department. And they can also check our websites.
Okay, perfect. So people stay in tune. If anything is going to be broadcast or at least recorded some sections or so, I would, because people in the chat are saying they didn't actually know any of this stuff about seagrass. So
I appreciate
it seems they're really interested
So you gotta
about
come
that.
back and listen to an education about it. Definitely.
So it's good to know that, and especially when it comes to the climate financing and all these other opportunities for persons to know. I think it's really great opportunities for persons to understand and get that information. So thank you guys so much for being here, and of course, big up to the Climate Change Department for making this all happen, because it's not easy, a little bit of people and a lot to do, but big up to you guys.
Thank you.
With that, we're going to go to our next commercial break and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
If you're tired of the baking in your house with daily cocoa wawa fan and finally realize that the time to get yourself a good, durable, reliable fan, contact Maya's panel website or social media. Maya's going to hook you up with one of their 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan where might could even change your life as they keep you cool in this hot Belizean weather. Yes man, because their 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan from Maya's not just could blow your lip back way, they might could blow away your mind if you say blow away the toxic konomono out of your life and the bad vibes out of your house. Order your 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan from Maya's website or on their social media, and Maya's going to ship out your fan anywhere countrywide ASAP. Not believe me? Visit mayaselectronics.bz right now to order your fan today.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years. Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode. Renata and I are so grateful for your company. And if you miss anything that happens on Sunup on 7, you can always go back and watch our Facebook recorded live. And of course, stay tuned to our Facebook and Instagram pages. Know our guests and what conversations they bring forward to the show. We have one last exciting conversation for you. And we have some of the band members from the Garifuna Collective. Always a pleasure to have them on set. Today we're going to talk about what their recent European tour was like. Joining us on our couch, we have Emilio Thomas. Emilio, good morning.
Good morning.
Next to Emilio, we have Mr. Alobando. Mr. Al, good morning. At the back, we have Mr. Asna Randa and Mr. Denmark Flores.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Again,
top of the morning. Good morning.
always a pleasure having you on Sun Up on 7. And even more so coming with this European tour smell and, greatness that you were went through, for sure. Ren, let's find out all about it.
Somebody say it smell like duty free.
Yes. When you open your suitcase, you could smell the airport AC.
Oh my,
I love it.
Yeah,
It worked.
It worked. So let's get into it because people are super excited to talk about what happened with this European tour. Where did we go? Because we had a little small intro on it a week back, just telling people that you guys were out there and everything was happening. So let's give the people the juices, man. Give it a hot scoop on when to go on.
Go for it, Emilio.
It was amazing. We started off in London at Das Cafe. Then we went to, was it Falmouth? Falmouth?
Ireland,
And we also had WOMAD to deal with. And then we went over to Cork, Ireland, and ended off in Berlin, in Germany.
Were like any of the locations that you went on this tour like new or?
Yes.
Yeah? Go for it, Mr. Al. Tell us.
Yes, sure. This is the second time we played at the Jazz Cafe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fortunately, there is this situation that is sold out.
Yes.
So they have their own version of sold out. I mean, all tables, everything was sold out. Nobody else wasn't allowed in, which is really good. We're still trying to figure out how that is working for us in terms of something is working already over so many years, right?
Right.
And then the new places were great. They like ski. They're not the ski marine, but the one in Falmouth. We're in the southwest of England. Man, beautiful place. We drove a long while. And then from there we came back into almost central London for WOMAD, Leston Park, and then from there we get into Ireland. So those were new places. WOMAD was the first time we did WOMAD UK.
How was that experience like?
Beautiful.
And how were the people?
Beautiful. WOMAD is huge, right? And so it's we kind of used to it already, but the element that was big for us was the food. With this
the world.
With the taste of the world is this section where you have cultures coming in, and they actually you see the music, you see the bands from different parts of the world, but you have an opportunity to cook.
Oh.
Yes.
See the
cook.
Yeah,
Yes,
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
I had to cook. It's me.
Yeah. So we have Desiree. Desiree, remember Desiree?
I love Miss Des. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's this big pre-preparation, months and months between Denmark and all the guys preparing, make sure they have all the correct. But by the time we get there, the plantain was
Very
ripe.
Banana.
So they had to change plants on the spot, so they come up with something.
What did you cook? I'm very curious.
Oh, we're supposed to cook bundinga, you know.
But the plantain too ripe, yeah?
Yes, the plantain, the banana ripe.
So what you do?
So they have green plantain. And they say, "Boy, we are great at this." And I make the sweet, the ripe banana little thing. So they'll be like,
really nice.
with fish and the rice. I will go with the coconut.
I like how you you just gonna go with the flow. Like, at this point, whatever I'm gonna plan, I don't know.
So with this, meanwhile they're cooking and it is being prepared, because they have a set time. There's a small music stage. So we play, give them courage, and as they ask me the question, and so the audience learns about the music. They get a little bit of the authentic tradition in terms of food.
Yeah.
And so that section is really intimate, and it's a big part of the WOMAD experience. And after that, it was just like, we were like, like Emilio just know, he just run through it, because that's how we
so
felt
fast,
it. It was fast. Fast.
Quick,
Get up every day.
Go for it. Mr.
Yeah.
Denmark,
Quick backstory about this WOMAD, right? So in reality, this WOMAD presentator, we were supposed to do this from 2019.
Oh, and then COVID.
So we had some issues, and I had COVID. So in between that time, we did WOMAD Australia and New Zealand. So we finally went back and do the one in London.
Nice.
Right, so this is something long in the making. I finally accomplished it now. And the show itself, like I tell some of the guys, not take it for granted. Because it was a huge crowd in that show. And we were the first one to hit the main stage. So everybody had a schedule and knew who was coming up first or second or the main act. And for us to have that huge crowd, they came for us. So that people know what happened.
How does that make you feel in terms like people were there waiting for you, in terms that you are ambassadors of like, culture and Belize?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Denmark, how does that make you feel?
You know, after 30 years that I do this.
30 years, my gosh.
Yeah, you always get that same goosebump feeling.
Oh, I love
like, you never get used to it. And once you see that crowd, it's like, all right, that feeling come right back again. It's the same like the first time.
Yeah.
Man.
I always feel that same special feeling.
I love it.
And it says a lot about you guys for the fact that people would come and fill up the place to sit on them.
Yeah.
The one in Berlin was huge. It was a theater.
Okay.
So it's like almost like imagine the Bliss situation. And so it's like the venue promoting on their own. And again, they had people outside waiting, right? Nobody else can fit. Beautiful place, beautiful vibe.
1,000 seats. There are 1,000 people in it.
The hospitality on this entire tour was like top notch. You know, all the food we experienced, so
What's
many.
your favorite food? Because you can't tell me all this food. You can't name one
Well,
food to me.
I kind of bizarre. I kind of the wrong man for us because the guys are real. Because everything nice.
You know the better one for us, but
because everything nice to me. Everything nice to me. So herring, I actually got the herring at the restaurant, the skibbery in the morning. It's like the herring fish. Yeah, that one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Almost like
smile is
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I Kevin, if I ever travel with Al,
Everything nice.
never ask Al if the food nice.
Everything nice.
That's why
You are tasting, you are disappointed, so you don't do that.
No, ask Al if it's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. As we move on with this conversation, let's talk about the feature on this magazine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Emilia, do you want to talk about it? Where the photo took place and what does it mean to be in this magazine?
Jeremy, this is the photo of the album ABBA, the last album that we released. And Jeremy Lewis from Hopkins is the one who photographed it.
It's
we did an entire series of photos in this village, St. Bite. And when we saw the magazine for the first time, we were inspired by it, as it was right at WOMAD. And the guy who, not WOMAD, it was at Jazz Cafe. And the author of it, he approached us. And I had no idea what was going on, and I felt very proud of this situation. That was my experience with it.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, so songlines, just a little brief history of the songlines.
Yes.
Is they tend to stay away from the mainstream artists and music, right? So this is like it's designed for like roots cultures and music. So it gives you a good insight, and the approach the author takes and the writers they take for the groups is like by the time you read an article about a group in Songlines magazine, you really get a good understanding of the people, of the where they come from, and that's the approach and the writing. And for the first time, from our findings, is that we have a Belizean band on a international music publication like this, right? And
I also
Simon, who is the curator and the editor of the he's actually created the magazine. They have 6 publications for the year, almost 6 sometimes, and they decided to feature the Garifuna Collective in this. And
Congratulations.
Really, even when we read the story, it's right on point, and it gives us a good approach now, like even to explain ourselves when we travel, right?
Yeah. So what's next for the Garifuna Collective? We're very curious. You finished your tour in Europe, and where are you gonna
actually,
go?
this event in Europe is a small. We started out in the US mainly from last October.
Yeah.
And so the Europe one was just finishing up the year to prepare for next year. We never supposed to go to Europe right now. We just got do the early pieces here, but we prepare for next year now, which should be, that means attending WOMEX, sealing up everything else and getting prepared for next year.
Okay.
And so next year we should think, but the question where you ask that has a big demands. We need a new album.
You need a new album.
Yes, we need a new album.
You do need a new album. You do need
we
one.
need a new music. It's tough to even start marketing without that. The minute you call a presenter or an agent, they want to know what you have, what we have said, what we are telling people know, what you have. because music tend to be like, once they get it, they get the story, they get the last album, they finish that fast. They want more.
Okay.
Right? So and a lot of people fall into that trap there, but you need to give them something. You have to stay
You have to
on
stay
top of it.
fresh and new. Yeah.
And so, so we are about to go into the studio like this week again.
Okay.
We have some things going on there. We can't reveal nothing yet, but we are
leave it
trying.
as a surprise.
Yeah, actually, one of the songs is featured. This Sunrise magazine comes with a CD.
Oh.
I don't know why I never bring it.
That's okay.
Why I
Yeah, I never bring it
for the next conversation. For the next
But
conversation.
one of the songs is actually on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the songs, what's the name?
Yeah.
Dunuru. Yeah,
Okay.
it's on there. But this publication is, you could get it online, you could download it, you could subscribe to the publication. And so that there's it's a teaser CD inside. And so that one of the song is on that already, featuring Desiree.
Yeah, I see her right here. Is there like any plans to play during September? You know, September is coming up.
We've
should
been
we be looking
invited
out
for
for
the
you
Belkin
somewhere?
Fest, though. We've been invited for the Belkin Fest.
That's always something to look forward to. I love it so much.
It's a good stage. And then from there, we're not sure yet, but you know, things come late in Belize most of the time, but everybody will be busy and preparing again.
Yeah. So we thank you so much for joining us on Sunup on 7. Like I said, it's always a pleasure having this conversation with you. Congratulations on concluding your tour in Europe. Happy belated birthday to you, Emilio. I hope you had a great time.
Don't you do that?
And definitely, I'm sure this year is going to be full of abundance for you too. You know, you're
Appreciate
such a great artist, such a great human. And we look forward to what's going to come out from this new creative process of a new album. Thank you so much for teasing us with that. I love the Garifuna Collective so much.
Patiently for this new
Yes, you
album to drop.
We're going to have a party. Let's have a party. Bring it to Sunup on 7. Let's have a good party.
Yes, on the whole place.
Yeah, let's
With
do it.
food.
With food. We don't got a great
So
cook.
awesome. So how, yeah.
We must do that. Yeah.
You are bringing the correct plant in this time.
Yes, man, banana.
The banana be correct. Yeah, right. I'll wait for it. Friction is there's cold
Yeah.
too.
All right, bless.
Yeah. As we wrap up, Mr. Denmark, do you have any last words to share with our viewers?
Well, I think we just thank everybody, at the Belize Public.
Yeah.
While we have and we're celebrating our 20 years, it's been 20 years of the name, the Garifuna Collective. In reality, it's like a 30-year journey.
Yeah.
And we're still here. I appreciate every chance we get to play home. We appreciate everybody from home. There is no tour without having that love from home.
And
So
support too.
that's the continuous support. And we keep moving.
I love it. I love it.
So with that, guys, where can people continue to follow you? Wait for the album for drop on so they could like specifically know like the wait for that. Where can they go? Any social media page, anything at all?
The Garifuna Collective website, you'll have Facebook, Instagram. You'll find the music and some of the clips and pictures, memories that are shared there.
I love it.
Those will be our portfolios.
All right.
Yes.
I will look out for all your nice pictures there
It's
because
so
this,
good. I
this
can't
is
wait to
time.
read
This
the
is
story.
Perfect. Big up to Jeremy, who captured this shot very, very much.
At the same time, too, one thing, to make all the things that happen, they have some small, intricate things like sometimes we've been calling like niche last minute over like in the night, calling them. They're really supportive.
I love that.
Especially transportation-wise, and whatever elements we needed. The ministers, the whole country, like when it comes to the support, it's ongoing. And we're trying now to start to build better relationship with them.
Excellent.
And trying to have the dialogue of how we could see ourselves together with the Belizeans as ambassadors of Belize and representing the country. So that's a dialogue we're going to start to have now with everybody.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great job so far, I have to say. So congratulations.
Thanks very much.
And it's time for us to wrap up the show also. So we're going to thank our friends from the Climate Change Department that are inviting us for the Climate Week that's taking place in Toledo this month. It starts on the 21st. So go out there to get all the insights into how can you participate and, of course, the importance of engaging in the climate change conversation. And we congratulate once more Ms. Vashti Thompson on being the new Miss Earth Belize 2026. Yeah.
So, yeah, with that, we're going to send everybody off on a Montabulous Monday. Join us back here tomorrow for ATW Tuesday. And again, with all that, see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Underneath the
A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up